Hello and welcome to this short video where I want to give you a short introduction into the M365 Agent SDK. So over the last days, I was playing around a bit in M365 Copilot where I created an agent, builder agent, so to say. And I noticed here something, there is a ServiceNow knowledge source. And because I forgot how I added that, I checked around and came across the M365 Admin Center, where I found all of these connectors. And I just remembered, hey, here there is something for ServiceNow and others that you can integrate. But then I was wondering, okay, the ServiceNow is nice, but how do we integrate Dataverse? Because that's what I actually want to achieve. And here I was going back basically to my agent and I downloaded the zip file. And what was opening was a file like this, where I found, hey, I have here the capability creating images, which is also shown here as graphic art. And then I played around with the different capabilities and I noticed that this might be a good choice how to enable Dataverse in my agent. So I was going here to this M365 SDK in Visual Studio Code, and then I created a new app. And that's something I want to do with you together so that you can see how to build up things and how to make things available in your specific environment. Okay, so we are here in Visual Studio Code. So this is the window we are working with. In the background, I have a project that I created yesterday so that I do not have to type everything and that we can just copy and paste a bit. But let's get started here and create our new declarative agent. So I select this here, I say, hey, no action. We really create something super basic. And now we have to select the workspace folder. And here, well, I just choose something in the documents and then it wants to have a name. So let's say M365 declarative agent 11.9. That's the name. And now we are here. So what do we see here? Well, in the app package, we have a manifest. That's something you might have seen. It has some basic information. Okay, let's get rid of this preview. It has some basic information on the icon, the outline. So what is the icon? The outline. This is how it looks like later. Um, these funny things here. And it also has a reference here to this declarative agent. But the configuration is not here made in the manifest, but you can see that there is a special file for that. And that's the file. So this is the file that has all this knowledge and these capabilities of this agent that we created. And now we have to include different capabilities. So you start here, capabilities, and then you put everything here inside of these square brackets. And to avoid that I have to type these things, I already prepared this and we can just copy and paste basically from what I did before. So let's just copy and paste and then we can extend it and then you will see how this works. So I just put my things here. So what I'm doing here is um, I have basically something called graphics arts. So this is this if you want to make pictures. So if you want to make pictures, you have to enable this. If you have no idea how to include that, and you do not know what to do here, then you just start typing something, and then you will get a choice. So you can say, hey, here I want to have graphic art. I want to have my meetings. I want to include people. So their contact details and so on. Code interpreter, that's all there. And there's also Dataverse. But let's get back. So graphic art is there. We have the code interpreter, and then we have Dataverse. But for Dataverse, you see here this. Let's make it a bit different. So you have here Dataverse, and then you say, hey, here's my knowledge source. And then this knowledge source has a reference to an environment, to a skill, and then different tables. So what is the environment? Where do you get this from? Well, if you go to the Power Platform Admin Center, then you get this environment, this connection. The tables, that's something you probably know. that's what you are interested in. And what you can also do is you can add additional tables. So just say here table name. And in my case, I have another table with Star Wars movies. And now let's try to edit. For that, I will go here into my environment. So this is my Dataverse environment with the Star Wars movie table that I created. So it's a custom table. And if I click on the properties, then we should see here this name. And that's something we can add into this so that we also have our Star Wars movie name. So this tables is easy, but what about this skill? Where do I get this from? And this is a bit tricky because what I did and what I would recommend you doing is you create another agent inside of Copilot Studio. Let me show you how I got to this funny skill element. So basically, I created a dummy agent. I call it Ludwig Declarative Agent Skill. And what I did there was I just created a knowledge source with Dataverse tables. And the Dataverse tables that are included is account opportunity and my Star Wars movies. So that's what is inside. And now the question is, how do you find out this funny name? Because if you go back, we need this kind of string here somehow. And what I did is I published these things. And if you know that when you set up something, you can put this agent or it's automatically put in a solution. And inside of the solution, that's this one, you have here something called Dataverse table search. And this is this funny name that you have to include as a skill inside of your M365 agent. So this opportunity account and this number here, this is exactly from there, and this allows you to make these tables available. If you leave it out, it's in the documentation. It says it's optional, but actually it's not. If you leave it out, it does not work. Okay, so that's it basically what we wanted to configure. So we have saved everything. That's our agent, the package. And now we go here and we just provision it. So once you provision it, you will see there's something going on, a couple of steps. And once they are hopefully going through, we can see and test this agent. But because I'm the developer, I'm currently the only one who can see that. So I cannot share it currently with someone because for that, I would need to publish it. But we are not at this stage. We are just in development. So now let's try to find our agent with this name 119 at the end. So I'm now going here into M365 Copilot. I refresh that, and if this page is refreshed, we should see it here. So this one here, you will see at the end there is this ending DEF. That's something stated in this file. It always adds this. You can change it, but this is basically the agent that we created. And now you can ask questions. For example, provide me details about customer Lou GmbH. And if this is a customer in our account table, then it should give me these details. Let's see if it can find something. And I hope it does not take too long, but let's see. So it says, hey, I found this. This one is from Veitshöchheim, Germany. Here's the phone number and here's the currency. And here's the link. And actually, this is exactly one of my customers that I have here. So I have the account table. I added some new accounts. And one of these is this Lou. So let's double check it to make sure we have this record. Contains, let's say, Lou GmbH. Apply. And then you see here's the number, here's the primary contact, here's all the details that we just saw here. So this verifies, hey, it's really there. And now let's say, hey, please list me 2 Star Wars movies from my movie Star Wars movie table. Star Wars movie table. Yeah. And now it should go into our custom table and also hopefully find something useful from this, I think 8 or 9 movies from this list here. So it found something, and well, it just listed it. Okay, so that's it basically what I wanted to share with you for this point. But what about sharing this agent? Yeah, because at the moment it's only for me. Yeah, I can uninstall it, but I cannot share it or publish it. Yeah. Also, if I am going here into the admin center and refresh that, yeah, then you will see whether we have something or not. So let's see. You see, there is currently not my agent. It's not there. Why? Because we have not published it. huh? So let's go back. This is our agent. And now if you want to make it available for all, you have to publish it to the organization. And again, this publishing process will take a while, a couple of seconds in my case, and then it should be available and you should see it in the M365 admin center. So let's wait a second here until this is finished. So it's now successful. huh? So if we refresh that, then we should hopefully see this new agent. Yeah, it might take a while until it pops up here. Uh, um, oh, it's in requested maybe. Let's see. Yep, it's here. So it says here is our agent. It says it's pending a review. So we can make it available. So we can say, hey, I publish it. And now you will guide it basically through this yeah workflow process, so to say. So you publish it, and then once it's published, you deploy it. And deploying means, hey, I allow certain people to use it. So for example, my entire organization or a specific user group. I just say everyone, and then I say next here and finish deployment. So it takes a while. Once it's deployed, everyone in your organization should have access to it, and can then use it in M365. Because I'm the developer and I still have this developer element, I will see another one. You will see in a second that there is another one showing up here. So this is the first one. This is what we used for development. You can uninstall it, but this is the one that is really published and deployed. And this one you can share it. So actually I have to get rid of that. But just that you know, and don't get confused, you will get two if you are the developer. If you're the user, you will see only one. So let's go to another user. So I change here from my admin, to another user. And then if I publish or refresh here my M365 Copilot, maybe I have to do it a couple of times until this is really there. Then you see, hey, here is this new agent that we have available, and then you can start chatting with it. Okay, so that's it, what I wanted to share. Let me go back to my slides and show you a short hint that give you an idea how you can configure this yourself. Okay, so at the end, I wanted to share this website here with you. It's from Microsoft Learn, and it has a link to what is called Declarative Agent Manifest reference. I'm currently working with version 1.5, and what you can see here are the different capabilities. We just used a couple of them, like graphic art, you can use web search, and many, many other things. And you can also limit what people see here. So please take a look at this if you want to replicate something similar. Okay, but at the end, I would like to thank you very much for watching and listening, and looking forward to seeing you next time then.